Hi friends, in this video I'll be discussing about Microsoft Azure Fundamental Exam, which is also known as AZ900. I recently applied for the exam, so I thought to share my experience. To start with, what you can do, just do the Google search with AZ900 and it will give you the various results. Click on the one of the Microsoft. So let me click that, and on this official page you can see all the content related to Azure Fundamental, the name of the exams, how you can schedule the exams, which I'll be covering in a moment. And these are the various skills which they want to measure as a part of AZ900: naming, cloud concept, Azure services, management tools, core solutions, general security, identity governance, Azure cost management. So these are very high level. And they do also have mentioned here, if you see how much in an exam we can expect from each of these skills. For example, 20 to 25% from cloud concept, core solutions and management tool 10 to 15, cost management and service level agreement as in 10 to 15. To know in detail what all the various things which they want us to cover as a part of these skills, you can just click on the this download skills link, and it will take you to this page where they have mentioned, if you scroll down, what all the different things are covered as a part, should be covered as a part of described cloud concept. So which has like identity benefit consideration using cloud services, which covers topics like high availability, elasticity, agility, disaster recovery. Describe the consumption based model. When we talk about describe the difference between categories of cloud services, it talks about describe the shared responsibility model, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, identify the service type based on the use cases. So we can just go through from the skills and in detail which we have to cover as a part of AZ900 on this particular link. One important thing which I want to mention here is Microsoft keeps on updating their exam from time to time, and the recent update was happened in the November 2020. And if you started your preparation before that and are planning to take your exam later, so I'll suggest you please go through their changes which they have done. To know all the changes, just scroll down the same link. At the bottom they have highlighted what all the topics they have removed and what all the topics they have updated. This is very much important if you are going to take your exam later in this year. How to prepare for AZ900? If you are an official link, scroll down. Microsoft has shared the learning paths in which they have mentioned all the skills, which is divided into modules and units. Let me click on the first one. It's of duration 1 hour 36 minutes and divided into 3 modules, which are of introduction to Azure fundamentals, discuss Azure fundamental concept, describe core Azure architecture components. Go through all of these modules. These are in detail, descriptive, and having all of these necessary information which is required for AZ900. I'll suggest you take a notes also. This will be very helpful if you want to revise all of your concepts. One thing which I want to mention here is Microsoft has also another learning path which was created earlier with respect to older content. They have also mentioned the note. If you are on that particular learning path, the note says this: Azure fundamental is being updated to a new series of learning paths. This is going to be discontinued after some time. I'll share both of these links where I'll mention which you should not follow and one link which you should follow for sure. Microsoft has also provided a sandbox account which we can use to complete any exercise or to do any hands-on for any particular lab. For example, if I go to Azure Fundamental Part 4 course and if I scroll down on this second module, if I click, and here they have provided us one exercise. And in this exercise they want us to log in into activate a sandbox account and complete the exercise. The duration of any sandbox varies from 2 hours to 10 hours. Mostly it will be 4 hours, but I've seen a couple of sandboxes of 2 hours duration and also of 10 hours duration. So they want us to, they will provide us enough amount of time so that we can complete the exercise. Apart from Microsoft Learning Path, you can also take the courses which are available on YouTube. The one which I have taken is created by the author Adam. He has clearly described everything with respect to AZ900. If you are not a good reader but like to watch, then YouTube is the correct source to prepare for AZ900 exam. Apart from Microsoft Learning Paths, you can take the courses which are available on Udemy, but please remember, Udemy comes at option number 3. The first option is Microsoft Learning Path, next is the YouTube videos, and then comes the Udemy. I have not taken any courses from Udemy, but I have seen my friends and colleagues, they have taken these courses and they have successfully cleared their certification. The first course which I'll suggest you can take is from the Scott Duffy. This is of duration 4 hours and he has added one practice test. and I have seen his course structure. It is updated with respect to the new changes, so you can take this course. Or if you want, you can go through the course of Alan Rodrigues, and it is of 12-hour duration, and he has added 2 practice tests. One thing which I want to mention about Alan is he always gives in detail description about all the skills and topics. If you want to know a lot about various topics, you can go through this course. If you have the subscription of Pluralsight, you can also take the Microsoft Azure Fundamental course from the Pluralsight, but please note this content is not updated with the latest changes. So if you are preparing using the Pluralsight, do follow the skill sets properly, which is mentioned in this course outline which I showed you earlier in this video, so that you should not miss anything which is not covered over there in the Pluralsight. Microsoft has also shared Azure 900 Labs, which we should also go through it while preparing for the exam. So this is a link. I'll mention the same in the description also. So if I go to instructions, if I go to walkthroughs, there are approximately 22 labs which they have provided, and these labs has step-by-step instructions to complete any of the labs. While going through the labs, if you encountered any issue, I'll suggest you go to step 1 and do it again. Most of the time what happens is we may go into any issue if we are not properly following the instructions. These labs will give you more confidence in terms of your preparation for AZ 900 exam. If you have completed the courses which I have mentioned earlier, I'll suggest you should also take the practice test. This will help you in assessing your preparation for AZ 900 exam. So to do that, Vizlab has shared approximately 6 practice tests for AZ 900, and these are sufficient, more than enough. No need to go to any other place for any of the practice tests. Also, I believe Vizlab provides us various discounts from time to time, which you can also use to enroll for these tests. Apart from Vizlab, I also have created a practice test on Udemy, which is completely optional and not mandatory at all, but if you want, you can go through it. I'll be sharing the free link from time to time which you can use to enroll for these practice tests. To schedule the exam, go to the Microsoft link for AZ 900. If you scroll down, there is a section for to schedule the exam. Click on this schedule with Pearson VUE. It will ask you the couple of options. Go and select the day, go and select the time. Once you schedule the exam, it will also ask you to do the basic setting check for the machine on which you are going to take the exam. Now, on the day of the exam, this is very important. Since the exam will be proctored, it means that someone will be watching you through your camera. Do not panic at all in case the proctor is late for some time. My exam was scheduled at 9 AM in the morning and my proctor turned up at 9:45. Little bit I was under the impression that proctor will not turn up, but the proctor turned up at 9:45 AM after 45 minutes. So do not panic at all if the proctor does not show up at the start of your exam. The number of questions which you will get in exam, I got actually the 35 questions, but I have also read online many people have got 40 or 43 questions. So the range is 35 to 43, or I'll say 35 to 50 number of questions you can expect in an exam. How much time is required to prepare for the exam? I'll say I have completed in 6 days, and I have seen many people who have completed in 3 days, but they do also have some prior knowledge before starting the preparation. So 6 days I'll say is the average amount of time which you can take to prepare for the exam. And how to divide this preparation, I'll say go for first 4 days as in the sources which I have mentioned, and last 2 days as in the practice test. Practice test will help you in assessing your level for the preparation, and in case you have missed any topic, go back and just go through that particular topic from your sources again. What is the validity of AZ 900? It is lifetime. Many people or many places you will go and you will read it that they have mentioned it's 2 years, but that is incorrect. The validity of this exam is lifetime. So far I have discussed about how to prepare for AZ 900. One last question which I want to discuss is who should go for this certification. Any cloud enthusiast, be it a technical or non-technical person. If you are a program manager, if you are a tester, if you are a developer, you can take this certification. This does not require any prerequisite, but in case you have a good amount of information or knowledge about cloud, then you should not go for this certification. This will test, and the main intention of AZ900 is you should have the basic and fundamental understanding of all the services which Microsoft has provided. If you are enthusiast, if you want to go for any high level certification, you can directly take that. For example, many persons have this understanding that this is required if you want to go for any high level certification of developer, architect, AI engineer, data scientist. Let me click this link. This is for the Azure Developer Path, another certification which Microsoft has shared. They have mentioned optional start for those new to Azure is fundamental, Microsoft certified fundamental training, and then they can go to Microsoft certified Azure Developer Associate, which is AZ204 exam. So Azure fundamental is an optional exam for any of the other training which you want to take. One last thing which I want to discuss is, in case you are stuck anywhere, or if you need any information or any help with respect to Azure, so I always used to follow this particular page on the Facebook, which is created by the Scott Duffy, and this is the name of this page is Microsoft Azure Group Unofficial. Many people come here and they post their queries here, and if you want, you can also post it out in case you are stuck somewhere. I have seen you will get your answer very quickly. So this is your go-to place if you are stuck anywhere. That's it, my friend. Thank you.